Residents woke up on Monday morning relieved to find that Tropical Storm Irene had not left any significant infrastructural damage in her wake, but the rejoicing for many was short-lived as power outages throughout the territory that were at first thought to be routine outage during a storm turned out to be a major problem with the cooling system at the Pockwood Pond Power Station. Walter Barrett has the details.
Tropical Storm Irene has come and gone, but another thing that has gone too is the power in a lot of areas throughout Tortola. Now, a lot of irate consumers have been calling the BVI Electricity Corporation over the past couple of days to find out exactly when their power would be restored. But when JTV News visited the scene here at Pockwood Pond, we learned that the problem is a lot bigger than many anticipated. Our investigations into the power outage began on Monday morning when we contacted the BVI Electricity Corporation to find out when the power would be restored, as it had been gone throughout the island with the passage of Tropical Storm Irene on Sunday. JTV News was informed that major pumps at Pockwood Pond that provide seawater for the cooling system for the plant's 3 generators were down, and therefore it would make no sense to turn the generators on as they would only overheat. The territory was not only left powerless but waterless as well, and JTV News spoke with Water and Sewage Director Manuhalal Keroff as well on Monday morning to find out when the water situation would be resolved. Keroff explained that their reservoirs were down to zero, and as of 11 a.m. on Monday, they had pumped all the water they had to those areas that were without water at the time. Keroff stated that the territory would not have water until the electricity was restored, and the pumps at the various water and sewage desalination plants could begin sending water to the reservoirs once again. JTV News then travelled to the Pockwood Pond service station, where we spoke with Deputy Managing Director of the BVI Electricity Corporation, Henry Creaky, who told us that the strong wave action in the area created a severe block of the pumps that provide water for the generators at the station. Creaky said that the corporation was ensuring everyone received power on island on a rotation basis, and all that could be done was being done to deal with the blockage as soon as possible. But power would go out in some areas across Tortola for the entire night on Monday, while others only received a couple hours worth of power before being left in the dark again. On Tuesday morning, with still no power in several parts of Tortola, JTV News headed back to Pockwood Pond, where divers and a HIMAC were busy trying to clear the pumps despite rough waters still under the effects of Irene. On site was Christopher Gerardin, owner of Commercial Dive Services, who explained to JTV News that stones tossed about in the water by the storm had covered the emergency hatch for the pumps. Gerardin went on to talk about what his crew was trying to accomplish on Tuesday morning.
We're here today currently trying to remove a bunch of stone which came in the storm and covered the emergency hatch which supplies water to the pump house, which in turn cools the generators which supply electricity to the island.
How successful have you all been so far in what you're trying to accomplish?
We've only been on this particular line for a number of hours now, and so it's too early to say. Our objective is to get to the emergency hatch, which has been covered by stone in the storm, and remove the stone that's blocking the intake, thus allowing water to pass freely again. I think the system was installed many years ago, and as technology and times advance, things need to be upgraded, and I'm sure that the corporation have something in mind and are working towards that. But this is what we have right now, therefore this is what we need to deal with.
Also at the site at Pockwood Pond was Roy Thomas and several other members of the Fire and Rescue Department, who were busy from the day before pumping water in the interim with their equipment from the sea to the generators, so that the island would not have to remain without power while the problem was being rectified.
We was here from yesterday trying to just pump seawater to the pump station to keep the generators them cool, because it was, as you can see, it's blocked up right there. So we were just running from yesterday about 11 o'clock till now, non-stop working, just getting the pump station cool right now. But it's a lot of work because it's like they have 12-inch pipes and 24-inch pipes, and we just have some 3 or 4 inches hoses. So from time they suck it, everything goes one time.
As the crew worked tirelessly throughout another day, Much debris was cleared from the hatch and progress was being made, as some would say, slowly but surely. Throughout the course of Tuesday night, some areas of Tortola remained on full power, while others still complained of having no electricity for either parts of the night or the entire time, while ongoing works were continuing to clear and repair the pumps further. The BVI Electricity Corporation also informed JTV News later on during the day that plans were in place to upgrade the system so that no similar incidents would reoccur in the future. For JTV News, this is Walter Barrett.